Ano yung kakatapos lang, Beda, EAC, diba? Yeah, EAC. Di ka naman sa EAC. Napaka, ano yung Asiabasket 2025 College Campus Tour. Nico Roger here with Golden Algo, my partner, and my co-panelists here, but as the court side for this game, the final one in what is the biggest rivalry in
Yes.
the sport. Ateneo Blue Eagles up against DLSU Archers inside the Moro Lorenzo Sports Center. And Flo, let's first start with Ateneo. What have you gotten from them before the start of this game?
Well, good afternoon to you, Nico, as well as our fans from the live stream and here in the Moro Lorenzo gym, which is a lot, by the way. This is Ateneo and LaSalle's first time competing here in the Ateneo home court. For them, yesterday they already tested their second stringers. They got their win already without their key players, but today they're more complete, so definitely they are a stronger force against LaSalle today.
Yeah, exactly. And then let's now move on to the side of the Green Archers, who from what I've gotten have never played in a setting like this where they played in the home court of a rival, their biggest rival, the Ateneo Blue Eagles.
Yes, Nico, actually in the past games where LaSalle already held their games here, they told me it's a little bit weird having to wear a green jersey in a blue home. But as they told me, basketball is basketball wherever they go, whoever the opponents are. As I spoke with their head coach, Topex Robinson, earlier, he told me the past few months he's been treating these guys as adults because if he treats them like kids, they're gonna behave like kids. Specifically, their new recruits who are trying to integrate themselves in his system.
Great. There's a lot of storylines that are going to happen today. There's a reason why this is a really packed gym. I really
Yes.
don't feel the aircon at all. But all I know is we're going to have an incredible game. We appreciate you all for those supporting online and those that are present here. And coming up next, the Ateneo Blue Eagles host the De La Salle Green Archers. Coming up. But this guy plays. Oh, he plays. I think he wants to play for this Our tournament format here for the Asiabasket 2025 College Campus Tour. The 14 teams will be classified into two groups, Group A and B. 3 teams per group will be eliminated after the single round robin, wherein 8 teams in total will remain for the knockout stage, single game elimination, single round robin, and there will be a crossover between Group A and B to kick off the quarterfinals, and there will be knockout games. It will be knockout games from semifinals leading up to the championship. That's tournament format. And again, just a quick look at the games that just happened. NU Bulldogs went up against FEU at 10 a.m. a while ago. Benilde and Mapua, the NCAA Season 100 Finals rematch. After that was EAC up against San Beda, and now at 4 p.m. or now 4:25, 4:30 p.m. will be between the DLSU Green Archers visiting the Ateneo Blue Eagles in their home floor at the Nest at Moro Lorenzo Sports Center. This is the game at hand, and from what I have gotten, I think the last time La Salle visited Ateneo in a home floor was the 1930s. So if anybody was alive during back then, please let me know in the comments if that is true. But I have not recalled any setting like this. So it's incredible to see. Once again, my name is Nico Rocha with my partner Flo Del Agua. She is your courtside reporter for this final game in a quadruple header. The retooled Ateneo Blue Eagles coming up against a La Salle squad with finals aspirations here. And I would say that there's not much seats anymore here. I would usually say there are a lot of seats available in Moro Lorenzo. But now it's only standing, which also occupies the track oval inside Moro Lorenzo. But there are some spaces here, trying to look spots for you guys on where you could stay to watch. But for those online, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here with us to support the Asiabasket 2025 College Campus Tour. And this is brought to you by Hoop Junkie. And it wouldn't be possible without all our sponsors that made Asiabasket Campus Tour possible. We'll be starting in a bit. Both teams with their final preparations before they announce the starting 5. Ateneo has started 2-0 in this tournament. Let me now turn you over to the game announcer for the starting lineups. First chapter about to begin between the Blue Eagles and the Green Archers. We are live inside the Moro Lorenzo Sports Center. The first chapter is underway with the first possession going to the Green Archers. Jacob Cortez gives it to Phillips. Mike cross score. Earl Abadam. Three-pointer, no! And Divine Adili secures the rebound for the Blue Eagles. Bahay matched up to Amos. Finds an open. Kimani, corner. It's money for Kimani Ladi. Ateneo with an early lead here in the first. Phillips, hounded by Adili. And it's a turnover. And you could definitely say this is the home court of the Blue Eagles, since this is where they practice all those long nights. Bongo. Two-man action. Duano losing control of the basketball, able to pass it. Ladi again. Secured by Abadam. Cortez. Oh, speed ahead, but it's going to be 2 free throws for Jacob Cortez. De La Salle 5, JC Macalalag, Earl Abadam, Jacob Cortez, Mason Amos, Mike Phillips. While for Ateneo, it's Kimani Ladi, Andrew Bongo, Jared Bahay, Sean Tuano, and Divine Adili. Cortez makes the first free throw after that foul. Packed stadium here inside Ateneo de Manila University as they host La Salle. First time in modern history. Bahay. Trying to give it to Sean. Adili. Great pass by Tuano to Adili with a slam. And the crowd is getting into it definitely, and Mike Phillips is called for 5 seconds. Shaky start for the Green Archers here. Let's take a look here one more time. Brought to you by Fireworks Circus Music Festival. The feed from Sean Tuano to the newly added Divine Adili, who has only been with Ateneo, I believe, for 2 months. Bahay. The pass to Adili once more. 4 quick points for Divine. Let's see how La Salle will counter. Mike showing us his handles to Cortez. Pull up 3. Tuano sidestepping its way against Earl Abadam. That's a quick 9-1 run for the Blue Eagles, and Coach Topex had no choice but to call a timeout. Let's take a look here, brought to you by the Sundry Food Hall. Bahay finding Divine. Well, after that, Sean Tuano sidestepping his way for the bucket. It's 9-1, 8-point lead for the Blue Eagles.
When they won, head coach Tab Baldwin of the Ateneo Blue Eagles says that yes, to an extent he is happy with how the team performed. However, he recognizes that this industry is a fast-paced one, and just because they won last game doesn't mean all factors will be the same, as basketball is a game that's full of unpredictability. Coach Tab also says they prepare for every game just like any other. So if his team can move on from a loss quickly, they should also not dwell on a win for too long. Your thoughts, Nico?
Thanks for that, Flo, and that's basically just business. All business for Coach Tab, but we see there Mason Amos getting his defenders up in the air. And what a homecoming it is for Mason. Actually, this is his second game inside Moro Lorenzo, but against his former team, this is his first time facing the Team A of the Blue Eagles. But he's handling it in stride, and that's what you expect from stars like Mason Amos, who's expected to carry a lot, especially that this DLSU squad does not have Kevin Kiambao anymore. It's going to be a team effort along with Jacob Cortez, Mike Phillips, Kian Baclaan as well. All of the guys. That was a great stop by Cortez on Bahay. Known as the Cool Cub. I'm sure that term still applies even while now he's with the Green Archers. Let's see if LaSalle can capitalize. Phillips. Great move by Mike Phillips. Bahay hounded by Cortez. Hands the ball over to Tuano. And a foul is called on Earl Abadam. That is just the first team foul for the Green Archers. LaSalle has not yet made a field goal here. It's all free throws. Well, Ateneo 4 for 5. In a way, a dream start, 80%. Tuano choosing to attack the defense of Amos. He pulls back. Tuano trapped. Able to give it away. A floater by Drew Bongo. Something about Drew Bongo. He was 50%. That's what the coaches told me, if he will play today or not. He was experiencing flu-like symptoms. But good thing he's here. Cortez, spin move. It's a foul on the floor. Second, or rather third team foul on the Blue Eagles. Tough task for Bahay. Jacob Cortez, a NCAA champion, back with San Beda. Inbound. Mason against Josh Lazaro. Mike. Almost tapped away by Lazaro. Tuano now on Cortez. Cortez, stop the pop. Mike gets them a second opportunity and he gets fouled. And you know what, I get Mike involved in this game if you're Ateneo. His energy is infectious, definitely. Let's take a look here one more time, brought to you by Hoop Junkie. It's a baptism of fire for Adili, facing opponents like Mike's caliber. It's too strong on that first free throw. Some substitutions for Ateneo. We see here Kyle Ong as well checking in for Divine Adili. Kian Baclaan has also entered the game. See here, Josh Lazaro bringing down the basketball. I have not seen this as much. Drew passing it to Lazaro, mid-range jumper off to the right. And we get a foul call here on Kian Baclaan, the former NU Bulldog. Joining Cortez for the dynamic backcourt that LaSalle has right now. A lot of expected from these Green Archers when the next season of the UAP rolls around. Bahay sees Tuano wide open. Hits the back rim. That's tapped by Drew. Ong. Bahay sidestep three. Ball goes backboard and is going back to the white shirts. Cortez picks up his dribble. Jacob. Makalalag for three. That is his specialty. Corner threes for JC is almost automatic. 2-point lead now for Ateneo. Ong. Bongo again from the top of the key. No good. And Mike with a monster rebound. LaSalle's look like they have composed themselves already here inside the Moro Lorenzo gym. Mason. But Mike getting the defensive board again and just this barbecue chicken for Mike Phillips. It's too strong, too good. Played with Gilas back in the SEA Games. Drew. Tuano finds Bahay. Bongo again, relocates. Too strong and a rebound by Amos. Baclaan, or rather Cortez leading the break, just leaving Bahay there. Speed kills. Now LaSalle with a 2-point lead. The hustle and energy of Cortez almost getting them that steal. Tuano. Good passing to Lazaro. Not sure what the call was here. All right, so Kian was called for a holding foul. That is his second. This replay is brought to you by Fireworks Circus Music Festival, leaving Bahay and dropping him in the process is Jacob Cortez. Kyle Gamber had 24 points in the previous game against the San Beda Red Lions. Can he replicate that against the rivals from the UAAP? I'm sure these guys are cherishing the moment. Both LaSalle and Ateneo. Gamber to Tuano. 3. Rolling off the rim, and look at Mike just securing that rebound. Lazaro, but was met at the top by Mike Phillips. Not in their basket, says Mike. Let's take a look at that one more time. Brought to you by Hoop Junkie. Lazaro thought he had an open lane. Oh man, that's murder. Murder. But Ateneo will get the ball once again with 17 seconds. Get some finals intensity in this building. Steal there by Goliena. Kian with the fake. Mike choosing to attack. Phillips gets fouled in the process. The Sundry Food Hall bringing you this. Mike Phillips drive. Lazaro no choice but to foul. One of the most athletic players in the UAAP right now is Mike Phillips. Motor Mike, as a lot of people like to call him. And if you're looking for proof, check out all the rebounds, the offensive boards that he has gotten. And it's only the first quarter with 3 minutes and 35 remaining. Short on that second free throw. Saved. Another chance this time. It's Kian with the extra motion. And the love about this rivalry. Let's take a look here one more time with Baclaan. Going at it amongst the trees of Ateneo. We can see here that Espinosa, third of Dane, checking in. Espinosa actually was the player of the game in Ateneo's last game yesterday. Had 12 points, 12 assists. Well, third of Dane has 13 from my memory as well. But Kian here makes the first free throw. LaSalle now shooting 50% from the field. Ateneo at just 38%. Good for 5 for 13. Rebounding battle. Advantage for LaSalle, 8-6 early on here. And you can say LaSalle has found their groove in the first quarter. Ian clamped by EJ Goliena, and we know about Goliena, that is one of the best fenders you can see in the UAAP, and just continues to get better. .14 on the clock for the Blue Eagles. Luis Pablo is also in for the De La Salle Green Archers. Boris Marasigan has checked in. Gamber for three, way off. Bothered there by the length. Baclan would have silenced the crowd, but Mike Phillips might have added another body to his skill list if that went in. Let's take a look here one more time, brought to you by Sundry Food Hall. This man had to call the security on Mike Phillips. No regard for human life as Mike Phillips. First shot, too strong for Phillips. But for Phillips, if there's gonna be an Achilles heel to his game, it's the free throw shooting. Or maybe shooting in general. But everything else, he's got that figured out. And Ateneo takes a timeout with La Salle, up by 6. We'll be back after this. Three minutes and 8 seconds remaining here in the first. With La Salle on a run of their own after Ateneo started really well. Ladi passing it in. I think that was third Ebdane. Pulling up from 3, and I think that's 3 fouls. And it's going to be 3 free throws. Not 3 fouls, it's going to be 3 free throws for Ebdane. Rookie for the Blue Eagles this coming UAP season. Or in the midst, or in the middle of a rebuild. Didn't have the best of records in the previous UAP season, so you know that they're out for revenge here in the upcoming tournament. One more for Ebdane. Just take a look at the crowd here inside the Moro Lorenzo Sports Center to be witnesses to this first ever college campus tour with La Salle visiting Ateneo. Baclan utilizing the screen set by Pablo. Bright Noanco is back as their FSA, at least for this matchup. Goliena drive, Bright Noanco there, and he delivers. Press by the Green Archers. Espinosa able to break it on his own. Gamber for 3. He has definitely improved from last year. Kian gives it to Luis. Gives it back to his point guard. Baclaan trying to make something here. Sidestepping his way. The feed. A bit too strong by Bright. Oh, you know, Gamber's gonna pull up. That's very Kyle Gamber-esque. Baclaan to Voris Marasigan. It's saved by the Blue Eagles. With the feed to Lazaro. Couldn't control it. And Ebdane chooses to retreat and reset. Espinosa matched to Pablo. Let's see how Luis does here. Espinosa. Gamber. 3 again for Kyle Gamber, and Ateneo reclaims the lead. His hot shooting has been on since the first game of the Blue Eagles. This is game number 3 for them, while LaSalle number 2. Bright asking Pablo to come out. Pablo overcooks it. Saved by Luis. Baclaan. Set 3, no. And there's a foul on Bright Nuanco. It's going back to the Blue Eagles. You gotta give credit to Kyle Gamber for those 2 threes. Trying to see here, I think Ateneo will be shooting 2 free throws since LaSalle is in penalty already. Just like the counterparts here. Too strong on the first shot by Josh Lazaro. And Coach Tab, I have not seen that man smile in all the games I've watched. Second free throw coming up for Josh Lazaro. Momentary stoppage here with the referees trying to clarify something with our technical committee. Hey, we see third Ebdane checking in. Or rather, third Ebdane going to the other end of the court. Lazaro for his second free throw. It's good. 2-point lead back for the Blue Eagles. KB had to throw it away. Results to a turnover. Great trap there. Ebdane. 16 seconds on the clock. Switch on to Pablo again. 10 seconds. Loses his dribble, but recovered. Ladi from deep. That's Kimani Ladi. He will be expected to suit up for Ateneo this year. One of the key additions. Baclaan. We have 8 seconds remaining, ladies and gentlemen, in the game clock. Baclaan. No. 1 second remaining. And that's the end of the first quarter between the Ateneo Blue Eagles up against the DLSU Green Archers, with the Blue Eagles up by 5 against their rivals. Take a look here, some of the first quarter highlights. Bongo's floater. Ateneo fielding a complete squad. Same for the DLSU Green Archers. Early turnover for Phillips, but that led to a arguably one of the best blocks I have seen. And then tried to return the favor, but he got fouled here. This is what we expected rounds at just the start of the second quarter. Take foul here by EJ Goliena. Appreciate the crowd that came here to support the two teams. I would say it's a 70-30 split in favor of Ateneo, with Green Archer supporters as well. Just not seen as much in the camera, but they are here. Ladi. Back to Gamber. Using the screen set by Kimani. Mike switched on to Kyle. He pulls up for three. And Jacob with the board. Cortez. And one for Jacob Cortez. Kyle Gamber trying to absorb the contact in hopes it would be an offensive foul, but it's a blocking foul on Gamber. Body control for Cortez. He heads to the line for a freebie. Let's give this now to Flo Del Agua for a report.
Although DLSU is already carrying a certain reputation in the industry, head coach Topex Robinson maintains that they are still in need of a certain quota in their preseason games. One huge factor would be the fact that half of his team is new, so they are taking every chance for growth. Another aspect of this also lies on their new recruits, specifically those who were in the residency, getting the work in to be able to integrate themselves in Coach system. As he boldly reminds his players all the time, being with the Green Archers is a privilege. Your comments, Nico?
Thanks for that, Flo, and I agree with what you said regarding what Coach Topek said about being a Green Archer. They have to wear that jersey with pride. They not only represent themselves, but also the community. Great stop by LaSalle. Jacob to the cup. And Mike Phillips looks like he was going to get another rebound during that sequence. Bahay. Tuano. Too aggressive, or rather really aggressive drive, just all for naught. Andre Dungo trying to see how he can shake Ladi here. Cortez, mismatch here. Phillips on Edu. Let's see. Mike. Had to be double teamed. Makalalag has hit one there before. Just not that time. Makalalag this time. And there's a ward off for Makalalag. Offensive foul on the white shirts. Hoop Chunky bringing you this instant replay from the ward off by Makalalag. Amos has not scored yet here, or rather has not made a three yet, but made two free throws during the first quarter. Femi. Tutuano. Bahay asking for a screen. Mike now on him. 5 seconds. Jared. Great pass to Lazaro. Overpassing in the case of Ateneo, but that still goes in and is counted by Andrew Bongo. Right in the last second, they were able to hoist that up. Cortez finds Amos against Bahay. Two former Batangilas teammates. Mike. And you know that Bongo had no chance to contain Mike there, at least in that sequence. Sundry Food Hall bring you this replay, the last second shot by Bongo. You have 13, 14 on the shot clock here for the Green Archers. Jacob. Matched up against Bahay. Amos this time at the post. Not just a three-point shooter, he can also operate from there. And that's what I mean with Mason Amos also contributing at the low post. and an and one as a bonus. A place he now used to call home. Is now a stranger. Secured by Edu. Femi gives it back to Bahay with a foul on JC Makalalag there. Blocking foul on JC, and that's 2 fouls now on Makalalag. Edu hands the ball over to Bongo, back to Jared. Again, Mike patrolling there. A bit of a strong pass by Jared. I think not even Aaron Gordon can go up and get that pass. Cortez, risky pass to Amos. Dungo, the drive, the feed. Cortez finding Phillips. Good job by Mike. Good pass there. Tuano to Lazaro. Ateneo keeping LaSalle at bay, but Phillips slam for the Green Archers. Business as usual for Mike. Lazaro hands it to Bongo. Edu from the elbow. And Mike had to swipe that away. Stop what action the Eagles have decided to do. Let's take a look here one more time. Brought to you by Hoop Junkie. The red carpet for Mike Phillips. Ten seconds on the clock here for the Blue Eagles. Swing the ball around. It's Ateneo. 3 seconds. Bahay from the 4-point line. No other choice. Tapped away by Mason. Cortez. Two-man game with Phillips. And that's an and one for Motor Mike once again. He came here to play, Mike Phillips. 13 points and 8 rebounds. And I think that is the second foul of Drew Bongo. We got a timeout with the Blue Eagles. We'll be back shortly. Back here in the second quarter, midway. Short on that free throw is Mike after the end one a while ago. So 1 point lead now separating the Blue Eagles from the Green Archers. Adili's back in with 2 fouls. Drive by Espinosa, and he converts. It's a great recognition by Adili, finding his cutting point guard. Dumo was late in the rotation there. Or was it Dumo or Cortez? Kyle Long checking in for Adili. Again, Adili has 2 fouls here in this game, and we still have 4 minutes and 34 remaining. Too strong on that free throw by Espinosa. Recovered by Cortez. Amos against Lazaro. Mason finds Pablo. Drive there. Cortez. No. Makalalag with the offensive rebound. It's another foul on the Blue Eagles. They are now in penalty after that one. JC Makalalag at the line. To shoot 2 free throws. That one is good. One more for Makalalag. Tight contest right now between the Blue Eagles and the Green Archers. Pablo saves that ball. Against Kyle Ong. Pablo showing us his footwork. He overcooks the ball. Tuano. To Ong. Espinosa. Finds Lazaro, almost a steal, and it is Mason leading the break. Finding Baklaan, back to Amos. And he connects. Tie game now for La Salle and Ateneo. Let's see what Ateneo will do in this possession. Tuano is held. On JC Makalalag, that is penalty situation already for the Green Archers. Makalalag's 3rd foul. Hence why Abadam has to check in for the Green Archers. It's nice to see Abadam as well back for the Green Archers, suffering from an ankle injury in the previous season. He was not able to finish it with his brothers, but it's nice to see him now in the preseason games. Tuano calmly sinks the first free throw. One more for Tuano. Ateneo now with a 1 point lead. Short on that one is Sean, 1 for 2, and another drive by Tuano. Again, he heads to the line. We have 3 minutes and 19 remaining here in the second quarter. It's a foul call on Mike Phillips. Phillips with 1 foul only here in this ball game. First shot is good for Sean. Ladi checking in for the Blue Eagles. Waki Espina as well. While for La Salle, it's Abadam, Cortez, Baklaan, Phillips, and Pablo. To round off your 10 right now in the remaining 3 minutes and 15 in the second quarter. saved by the Green Archers. Baklaan with a drive. Kinulang lang sa English. Tuano again, right to the cup. But Lazaro there gives Ateneo another possession. Espinosa from downtown. The Eagles are connecting and flying here in the second quarter. 5-point lead as LaSalle calls a timeout. We got a packed house here inside the Moro Lorenzo Sports Center. Ateneo up 37-32 against the DLSU Green Archers. Remaining time is 2 minutes and 40 here in the second. Good stop by the Blue Eagles. Ladi almost losing that ball. Gamber finds Espinosa. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Ian asking for a screen from Kimani. Switched on to Pablo. 3 seconds. Espinosa. Offensive board by Josh Lazaro. No. But Ladi there battling in the trenches and getting fouled. We have 2 minutes and 8 seconds remaining here. So that you guys are well aware of the time remaining here in the second quarter. Too strong of a free throw. First one at least for Kimani Ladi. One more. Gotta love the size of the crowd inside Moro. Abadam there getting fouled. The third team foul for the Blue Eagles. Holding foul on Ateneo. Oh, it's penalty already for Ateneo as well. So that means it'll be 2 free throws. for Espinosa. Cortez, the drive, and the foul. I think Ian was holding on when Cortez pulled up. Espinosa with his first foul. Jacob Cortez. Off on that first free throw for the Cool Cub. Again, we would like to thank everybody who's watching the Asiabasket 2025 College Campus Tour. I'm sure you guys are watching by the thousands right now. While the people in the venue, thank you so much as well for making time, especially for those 80% that are standing right now, since Moro Lorenzo can only occupy so much. Last minute here in the second quarter. Gamber, switch on to Pablo. Espinosa 3, and that is a 4-point play for Ian Espinosa. Let's see what the official call here is. I'm looking at the referees now, trying to see what it is. Is it an offensive foul? I couldn't. All right. I just wanted to clarify. Okay, the referees will review, so that's why. You really can't confirm if that already counted. Are they gonna wave it off? So I have the same questions as you guys. So the referees are heading here to the screen, which is right beside me. But wow, you get really sense the home crowd cheering the school on. Jerseys in blue. While LaSalle has also brought in some of their supporters as well, which is a great thing to see. Hopefully we get to implement this in all of the schools in the near future. This is the first time that we are doing something like this. So hopefully, who knows, right? If Enrique Razon Sports Center, is that what you call the one in LaSalle, will be open in the future, that would be great as well, to give LaSalle its chance to give these boys a home floor as well. I know that we will be having games as well in CSB, so that's the closest thing we have to a home game for Taft. It's in CSB. Also in EAC, from my memory, LPU. But yeah, just stay tuned for our schedule for the Asiabasket 2025 College Campus Tour. Again, the referees here trying to talk amongst themselves. What is the final verdict? For those wondering what is the vibes like inside Moro, it's like a rec league with how much people there are. It's like the Drew League, for those that are familiar, wherein 80-90% of people are standing. All right, so this is a bonus free throw for Ian Espinosa. He made a 3 earlier, got fouled, so this is a 4-point play. Espinosa now with 12 points. Make that lucky number 13. And the Eagles up by 8 right now against De La Salle. Remaining time is 48 seconds. Let me just guide you here. And the shot clock. 14 on the clock. Cortez taking it upon himself. What can you expect from a star like Jacob? 29 seconds. Espinosa over Amos. My goodness. That man is giving up 5-6 inches, but it doesn't matter. Against his former teammate, Cortez. Again, 4 straight points for Jacob. Tuano 4 seconds remaining. Ong couldn't get the board. 3 seconds remaining. And we have no more time left here inside the Moro Lorenzo Sports Center. And that's the end of a spirited first half with Ateneo up 46-40 against the rivals, the De La Salle Green Archers. We'll see you guys after the halftime break. But before this, take a look at some of the highlights here. Highlights that are slow-mo. But we'll take what we have. Mason Amos back here in Molo Lorenzo. The second game for him, as he has played here before in La Salle's first game. Pangalawa na to na La Salle. Facing against his former squad. This was the dunk a while ago by Mike Phillips. Just playing calmly as always. And with that, we'll see you guys after this break.
Hey, you guys. I feel like a little insect between you guys. Sandwiched by you guys. Okay na, sige. Eh, okay na. Hindi na kasi. Okay na, okay na yan. Yeah. Yeah. Sean and I. So I'm gonna be talking about your love lives, actually. I'm just kidding.
Actually, Rafi's
I'm just kidding.
the best guy here out of everybody here. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, for sure.
Rafi, Sean, and then Anj is a far.
I'm down the line.
Basically, I'm going to be asking the same question for you guys. For Asiabasket in the modern age, it's the first time that we're holding a rivalry game right here in the exact home court of you guys. I'm just going to channel, maybe would you have liked to experience the same? Or how special do you think this kind of game would be for current players?
last, or
No, I'll give it to you first.
Okay, and then me.
So Ange can give it to me since Ange is on the bottom of the list when it comes to certain categories. So top of the
But
list
he
for
will be
some.
the best experience.
Yeah. For some categories, he is the. And since this game is getting pretty heated, let's have a little bit of refresher here at the half. Flo Del Agua here, your partner from the sidelines. And here with me are the former Ateneo Blue Eagles back in their home court. Sean Kiteves on my left, Ange Kuame and Rafi Verano on my right. Good evening to you guys, and thank you so much for giving me the chance. As I told you guys earlier, this is the first time in the modern age that we will be holding a rivalry of Ateneo versus La Salle in the exact gym where you guys used to train all the time. So I just maybe want to know, what do you guys feel about, maybe would you have loved to experience something like this, or at the same time, how special do you think would be a game like this could be to the current players right now? So let's start with you, Sean.
I think it's awesome. I mean, when you have everyone in kind of this intimate environment, like everyone's so close to each other, so close to the action, it just feels like you're a part of it. And the intensity is crazy. Everyone's engaged, and I look forward to seeing more basketball in the second half.
Very well said, Sean. Greet naman your family and friends who are probably watching the live stream.
I just want to say hey to all my family and friends, and to all the fans of Ateneo. Thank you for tuning in. Let's keep supporting our brothers, and one big fight.
Thank you, Sean. Now to you, Rafi. After you answer the question, you also get to greet your family and friends.
yeah, like Sean said, it's very cool to come back here and have hold a rivalry game. And shout out to Kuya Jai Reyes for that. What he's doing is super cool. I wish I could experience this back in my day. I mean, I've never seen Moro this packed. Just to watch a preseason game. So it's very cool, and the game's evolving. And so yeah, very cool, awesome. Wish I could have done it. Shout out to my family back home and my friends who are watching, and especially the Ateneo community. Thank you for sticking with us ever since, back when I was playing up until now. I hope you guys can continue to support them. Love you guys.
Well, for me, it always gives me chills to come back here. I feel like this is the place where all of us write a lot of historical moments. So, and then coming here, seeing the whole arena is really packed. It's surprising. I mean, it never happened before. So for the first time, we really enjoyed it, especially to have both crowds, La Sallian and Ateneo. So I feel like it's a great environment to be. And also, I want to thank all my family back home. And yeah, I love you all. That's it, my bad.
Thank you so much, Ange, Rafi, and of course to you, Sean. My last question: out of 100%, how confident are you guys that Ateneo will be bringing this home tonight?
For me, I would say 100% because it's been a downfall for a long time. But I think it's the time for them, and then whenever we see the potential. So we're really happy to see that.
I'm assuming same answer for Rafi and Shan. And there we have it, the former Blue Eagles supporting the Ateneo Blue Eagles right now here at the Moro Lorenzo Gym. So stay tuned, Asiabasket fans. Thank you so much, guys. That kind of seemed like a showbiz interview.
Start of the third quarter here. Eagles, Archers. Let's see what happens in the second half. Turnover by Cortez. Ladio on the break. Just losing that basketball. Couldn't control the breaks there. And it's going back to the white shirts. Let's take a look here at some of the stats for Ateneo and LaSalle. LaSalle 38% from the field. Ateneo with 41. 3-point shooting of LaSalle leaves a lot to be desired. It's only 1 for 10, good for 10%, while Ateneo 6 for 16, 37%. LaSalle's free throws 13 for 23, good for 56%. Ateneo 10 for 15 with 66. Before that, we got a drive from Earl Abadam. The assist for Ateneo 14-7 against LaSalle, with both teams taking care of this ball pretty well. 4 turnovers only. Bahay step back 3, no. And Phillips tried to tap the ball away. And that's why it's going back to the blue shirts. When it comes to the fouls, it's equal for both squads, both with 15 fouls apiece. Very physical matchup here. Tuano gives it to Adili over Phillips. It's been a while since Ateneo has had a threat like that in Divine Adili. Cortez to Mike.
Give his community this win is just him paying respect to the culture. Your comments, Nico?
Thanks for that, Flo, and I agree. But before that, Kimani Lari 3 on the other end to counter that Mike Phillips 3-point play on the other end. Dungo now switch on to Ladi. Mismatch. Mason chooses to pass the ball to Dungo. And that's recovered by Tuano. Jared pushing the break. Ooh. I don't think Kimani knew that the pass was going at that spot. Hence a turnover. 5-point lead here for the Eagles. 2.5 minutes have gone by. Cortez to Mason. Back to Abadam. Phillips gives it to the right corner. Short, but Mike Phillips once again giving LaSalle another life here. Too easy for Phillips. He has definitely been a problem for anybody ever since entering the UAAP. Tuano from downtown. But the ball lands in Bahay's hands. Jared against Mason. Jared trying to size up his defender. Smokes that layup and it's going back to De La Salle. Jared Bahay has not scored yet in this game in 12 minutes of action. But the Eagles are holding on to a 3-point lead. Cortez with Tuano on him. Miscommunication there with Phillips. And these are the type of games you need in order to build that much needed chemistry by the time the UAP season comes around. Coach Topex on your screens. Year 3 for Mr. Robinson. Ladi again. Hits the front rim. A lot of swipes there from the Blue Eagles, hence a foul seen by our referees. It's a foul there by, I believe, Kyle Ong. His 3rd foul in this game. Got a lot of basketball left to be played here. With 5 minutes and 52 remaining. Dungo. Finds the corner shot. Recovered by Divine. Tuano, touchdown for the Blue Eagles, and I think it's an and one opportunity. Tuano now with 6 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 assists. So take a look here one more time, brought to you by Hoop Junkie. Tuano ahead of the break, and Jacob Cortez could not reach for that ball, and he knew he committed that foul. Substitution here, Kian Baclaan. What a luxury it is to have 2-star point guards in LaSalle. Same quality, in my opinion. Once again, thank you for watching the Asiabasket 2025 College Campus Tour. My name is Nico Rocha, joined by Flo Del Agua, your courtside reporter, bringing you this game live. Bonus is good. Phillips against Ong. Mike trying to assess what he'll do. 9 seconds. Mike Phillips again. Trying to see here, whose foul is it? Once again, it's on Kyle Ong. That is his 4th foul. One more foul on Kyle, and he's out. Off on that free throw from Phillips now with 20 points and 14 rebounds in just 18 minutes of action. He's on pace for a 20 and 20. Tuano against Mason. Good stand by Amos. Halfway mark now in this third quarter battle. Phillips! And I thought that would be called for traveling. Floater, no. Here comes Bahay. 3 versus 2 advantage. Bahay couldn't convert the layup. Ladi from the free throw line. Napalakas din. But Kyle Ong manages to recover from the fall. Baclaan challenging Ladi. And Ladi ends the possession there. Here comes Ateneo this time. 2 versus 2. Tuano versus Amos. Give it to Mason in that possession. Back and forth we go. Makalalag, no. Phillips once again. Unlucky bounce for the Green Archers. Still a 6-point game. Kimani to Sean. Dungo switch on to him. Now to Mike. Great slice there by Kyle Ong. And this is the biggest lead now for Ateneo at 8. And we have a foul here or a stoppage. There is a foul on the floor. And Kyle Ong, the development of this guy. Nice to see in that instant replay. Nice to see some familiar faces as well on the side of the Green Archers. With Rael Melencio. Anyway, here, let's take a look at some of the stats. Share with you guys while we're waiting for this game to continue. LaSalle shooting 36% from the field. Ateneo just 37 as well. 37-36 for both. The 3-point shooting of LaSalle is 1 for 14. 7%. Ateneo 7 for 20. LaSalle's free throws, they have 26 attempts, but only making 14 of them. LaSalle, or rather Ateneo, 12 for 18 with 66%. And as we know, LaSalle leading or winning the rebounding battle, 37-35. While Ateneo, though, the assist numbers 18-8. Turnovers, 7 for the Green Archers, just 6 for the Blue Eagles. So it's neck and neck. Kian, hounded by Lazaro. Makalalag chose to drive left. Pulls back. Spin move. Bucket. JC Makalalag has been a steady contributor here for the Green Archers. He now has 6. Espinosa swinging the ball around. Gamber for 3 again. But Mike Phillips ends it there for the Blue Eagles. Baclan right to the cup. Kian missing those shots that he usually makes. Espinosa attracts the defense. Gamber, who is his man? Why is he open? 9-point lead for the Blue Eagles. Miscommunication there for LaSalle. 2 minutes and 42 remaining in the third quarter. Pablo here. Finally on the board. His first field goal, Luis Pablo. 4 points and 4 rebounds. Time remaining, 2 minutes and 27. Gamber utilizing the Lazaro screen. Ateneo has 8 seconds to shoot. And Ladi will be shooting 3 free throws with a closeout, an aggressive closeout from Luis Pablo. But that is only the first foul of Luis Pablo, at least for the Green Archers. (60-53) is your score. Official time, everybody, is 2 minutes and 15. Let me guide you there again. 14 seconds on the clock. Oh, there you go. It's back. Again, we appreciate you all tuning in. And let me excuse us for all the technical difficulties as well. It is our first time to be doing it in a magnitude like this, but rest assured the technical team is always onto it and reading the feedbacks on how we can improve. So let me be their voice for now. And we appreciate everything that you guys have told us on how we can improve this league even further. 8-point lead for the Eagles. Baclan now the main point man for LaSalle. The handoff. Makalalag. And JC Makalalag has been on in this game, just helping out the De La Salle Green Archers from staying in it. Edu. The ball finding its way back to Ian. Pablo on Espinosa. Espinosa showing him how to dance. Gamber is open for 3. Kyle Gamber. What a game for this guy. He now has 12 points. But Boris Marasigan silences the crowd with an N1. Let's take a look here one more time. That was a 3 by Kyle Gamber. He has heard all the critics from all the years he's been at Ateneo. And rest assured, you know he's been working on his game. Anyway, we got Boris Marasigan here. I'm surprised the gym is quiet. Usually, if you're the home team, you would try to, what do you call this? You would try to rattle the opponent. So I'm surprised. It was way too quiet. So I even thought that it was Ateneo taking the free throw. I was looking here at my laptop, looking for the stats, and I was like, okay, why is it too quiet? And then I look, and it's Boris Marasigan at the line. But now we have Luis Pablo. And I'm telling you guys, this gym is really quiet while he's at the line. Too strong on that first shot by Luis Pablo. So maybe the strategy by the crowd to keep quiet must be working well. Unorthodox, but it's working. At least for Ateneo supporters. 0 for 2 for Pablo. Edu scrapping for that rebound. Oops. That was a hard foul from Boris Marasigan. But if you guys know Boris Marasigan, that guy's always been a hard worker, gives it his all in every possession. This is what you expect from a LaSalle Ateneo game. That is just a normal foul. And the crowd loves it. All right, the crowd now is talking. It was too quiet a while ago. Kian Bakla now at the line. I think we have a technical free throw here. KB makes the first free throw, or rather the only free throw. Wait, I think the referees here are signaling that it's going to be 2 free throws for Baclan. Okay. All right, so it's not 2 free throws. Our referee's here. Anyway, let's resume action here. 15 on the clock. Bongo to Ian. Lazaro's at the post. Spin move. Trapped. Way ahead of the break is EJ Goliena. Gotta be careful of guys like him just patrolling the perimeter. That is what EJ Goliena brings to the table for De La Salle. 14. Floater. Espinosa. 17 and 5 for Ian Espinosa. Drive here by Baclan. He was doing it upon himself. Well, he was doing it himself. And there's a pushing foul here called on the Blue Eagles. There are 30.6 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. With, again, there's a foul on Ateneo. That's why we have Luis Pablo at the line for 2 free throws right now. Pablo with 4 points and 6 rebounds. Despite the shaky game right now for LaSalle, I believe that moving to De La Salle was the right move. He's found his spark, he's found his joy again, as Jimmy Butler would like to say. And I know just that Luis Pablo will shine under the system of Coach Topex Robinson. And he makes the first free throw. Remind me to not commentate while they're making their free throws. 1 for 2 at the line for Luis Pablo. Six-point lead for the Blue Eagles. It's crucial moments here. You can never count out a De La Salle run. It doesn't matter if it's 30 seconds or 10 minutes. Espinosa snaking his way. Finds Tuano, back to Ian. Espinosa versus Amos. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Passes it. Gamber 3. Once again, Kyle Gamber. Who are you? Where did this come from? And a block by Tuano. Last second. And Ladi, well, that will not count. But that is just a statement for the Blue Eagles to end this third quarter. But my goodness, Kyle Gamber in front of the De La Salle bench. And the crowd loves it. They love what they see from both Ateneo and De La Salle. We have 1 more quarter remaining for you guys. See you after this.
back in Delaware, Kyle Gamber has always been known for his productivity from beyond the arc. In fact, Kyle says he was recruited by Ateneo years ago exactly for this reason. And this is no surprise given that he's been trying to develop the skill since 4th grade. However, I had to ask how he plans to maintain that performance despite having 2 consecutive game days, which he answers that this structure of a tournament isn't uncommon in the US where most of them came from, which is why despite being exhausted from yesterday, Kyle Gamber says we have to perform as our coaches are big on professionalism. All for now, Nico, back to you.
Thanks for that, Flo. But wow, what a sequence for De La Salle. Quick 4-0 run to start off this 4th quarter. Started off with a Mike Phillips slam. And then a layup there on the other end. Laddie there with a elbow jumper, no good. Phillips finding Mike again. What a sequence for the De La Salle Green Archers. Just like that, I believe it's a 6-0 run. 70-67. Tuano from downtown. It's money for Sean Tuano. Despite playing in a hostile crowd, La Salle is in it. And an N1 to KB. Will that count though? I'm not sure why he didn't celebrate. Just trying to clarify here. All right, that counts. KB just nonchalant. We're in it for a great 4th quarter, guys. This is the 4th chapter of a rivalry that has spanned decades. Baclaan makes that free throw, a 1-possession game. Hold on to your seats, guys. Tuano. Match to Baclaan. Tuano switched now on to Phillips. Cross-court pass. Ladi with the fake. Ladi! Up and under for Kimani. Getting the oohs and ahs from the crowd here inside the Moro Lorenzo Sports Center. Baclaan. Matched on to Gamber. Kian. Mason was not ready for that one. Cortez from downtown. They both slip actually. Espinosa takes it himself. And an and one for Sean Tuano. You can hear his screams here. And also the crowd, not just Sean Tuanos. This Sundry Food Hall bringing you this replay. Kimani Ladi evading the defense of a Mike Phillips. And here, Sean Tuano over Mason Amos. What a treat it is for us here inside the venue. I'm sure you guys as well at home. Are you not entertained by what you're seeing right now? Best thing is, we got 8 minutes of action coming your way. I'm just waiting here for, I think you guys don't see it, but they're just wiping the floor on the other end just to make sure there won't be any slippery floors. Because you know that this game is going down the wire. No team is blowing out each other here. And Tuano misses the free throw, but Divine Adili is there. Tuano with a push shot, and Mike Phillips says, let's end it here. Jacob calling out the play. Cortez using the screen set by Mike P. Amos, mid-range jumper. Sukat. Sukat ni Mason Amos yan. 5-point lead still for the Eagles. Tuano Gives it to Ladi. The swing to Bahay. No one there. The disrespect to Jared Bahay. You can't do that against J House. Not inside Moro Lorenzo. We got a timeout by De La Salle. Let's take a look here one more time. Brought to you by Fireworks Circus Music Festival. There is no one there to contest the shot from J House. Jacob Cortez not even sprinting back. More La Salle Ateneo action coming your way.
You can do a quick back. Sa kanila player daw. Ikaw pala yun. Cold as hell in here.
Fourth quarter action here with 7 minutes and 15 remaining. Ateneo against La Salle with Cortez. Baclaan. Mason against Ladi. Mid-range jumper. Too strong for Mason. And the last touch is on Jared Bahay. It's going back to the Green Archers. We got 14 on the clock. A lot of basketball left to be played here inside the Moro Lorenzo Sports Center. Phillips with Adili marking him. Tuano with a tough task. In charge of guarding Kian Baclaan. Mike P. Phillips, kinakalabaw si Adili. It's going back to the side of La Salle and a foul on the Blue Eagles. That's the 4th team foul now on Ateneo. See here, Waki Espina checking in for Ateneo. Kyle Ong as well for Divine Adili. And Adili here with a double-double. Or rather, that was Kimani Ladi. Adili with 3 fouls. Kyle Ong with a steal. Finding Waki Espina. An easy lay-in for the Blue Eagles. They're now up by 10 against the Green Archers. But when you're up against a finalist like La Salle, the game is never over. Chance of defense, as you guys can hear. Cortez dancing, but that was too much. Phillips bullying Kyle Ong, and the putback by Mike P. Ladi gives it to his point guard. Bahay again, same spot for the 3. Make the 2 3-pointers for Jared Bahay. Chance of defense once again. This is the biggest lead of Ateneo against La Salle in more than a year. Phillips, no. One more try. Yes, It will go in. Mike Phillips. Phillips now with 28 points and 22 rebounds. And Phillips at 25 minutes of action. Now with 28 points and 21 rebounds. But who's going to help Mike? That's been the question here. Cortez has 12, Makalalag has 8. But is that it? But Bahay continues to bring the house down inside Ateneo. Phillips and Bahay tried to take that charge, but it's a blocking foul called by our referees here. It's going to be 2 free throws for Mike Phillips. And yeah, it's going to be 2 free throws for Mike Phillips, who has been a I am losing adjectives to describe what kind of player Mike Phillips is. But numbers of 28 points and 22 rebounds, you could make your own adjectives on what kind of player he is. Baclaan second with 12 points for scoring of LaSalle. Now they're going to review it, says our referees. But before that, we got Makalalag with 8 points. For the side of Ateneo, we got Espinosa with 17, 15 for Gamber, and 14 for Ladi. Well, Jared Bahay has woken up here in the last quarter. So our referees here are reviewing if it's charging or if it's blocking. I really don't have a clear view of what's happening right now because that's their job. I'm just here to commentate. So let's just see what we're going to expect. So they're reviewing it right now, if it's a block or a charge. Anyway, both teams right now on their respective benches. And a full packed crowd here once again. I was wondering why the air cons weren't working on the other end of the court. I just realized there's maybe a good 1,000 people inside Moro, Lorenzo. At least from my estimation. So here, our referees have stood by their decision. It's going to be 2 free throws for Mike Phillips with monster numbers, 30 points, 22 rebounds. I said that he was on pace for 20 and 20. It's 30 and 30 in the cards. Air ball on that free throw by Mike Phillips. And Ladi here is smiling and just loving the intensity from the crowd. This is the 6th man of the Blue Eagles for sure. Bahay using the screen, set by Ong. Floater, Bahay. He gets his own miss. But that's going back to LaSalle. Abadam checking in, or rather in, for the Green Archers. And they have exactly 5 minutes to try and get back in this game. But with the personnel they have, I won't be surprised if they do. Makalalag. Spin move by JC. It's 2 free throws for Makalalag. Makalalag looking like the 3rd option for LaSalle right now, as he has 8 points. Baclaan only with 6. Makalalag has been consistent since the start of the first. Not only is he helping out Mike Phillips, but also has been a steady hand whenever LaSalle needs a bucket like this. One more for Makalalag. Good for JC here. Bongo has checked in. Gamber has checked in. Bahay hounded by two white shirts. The pass to Ladi. Tap from behind by Abadam. Kian finds Mason. Three. Swish for Mason Amos. Cuts the lead down to 5. In a hostile environment, he delivers. Lazaro with a drive, but with a block. Abadam coming out of nowhere. Kian, 3. Back-to-back threes for the LaSalle Green Archers. And with that, Coach Tab has to call a timeout. We'll be back for more. This was a sequence a while ago brought to you by Hoop Junkie. Abadam, clean block here. While Baclaan danced with Lazaro and nailed the jumper. And just like that, LaSalle is only down by 2, 88-86. Six-0 run for De La Salle. Before we headed to the timeout a while ago, a 3 for Mason Amos started it. Then Baclaan. Hence, it's now 88-86. Bahay to Tuano. Tense moments now for Ateneo. Can they punch back? Tuano against Mason. Bahay. Tapped away. Turnover by Amos. You can see that Abadam is assigned to Bahay here. Tuano with Mason on him. 10 seconds to shoot. Sean, mid-range jumper for Tuano. No good there on the jump shot. LaSalle Ateneo. Throw away all the record, throw away all the stats. Baclaan here reclaims the lead for De La Salle. What a run for DLSU. 9-0 run. Can Ateneo come back? No! Phillips with a rebound. Experience showing out here for the Green Archers. They were unfazed. Again, Baclaan, not that time. Would have made everyone silent for sure. Ladi, but Tuano here experiencing some cramps. Sean Tuano. I'm just glad it's just cramps, right? We don't want any further injury. But my goodness, Kian Baklaan, welcome to the UAAP. Well, welcome to Asiabasket muna, and then we'll welcome you to the UAAP. For those who doubted, Kian will come at the right time. And the help that Phillips needed has finally showed up. Got a tie ball game here with 2 minutes and 27 remaining. Tense moments here inside Moro Lorenzo. 1/2, or rather 70% quiet, 30% cheering on for the Archer faithful. Espinosa, Ladi, Adili, Gamber, and Bahay your 5 for Lasal, Baklaan, Makalalag, Amos, Phillips, and Abadam to round off the 10 on the court right now. Espinosa to Bahay, 3! Put back by Adili, one more for Divine! The intervention that Ateneo needs. 2 minutes and 5. The Bluebirds raining down the halls of Moro Lorenzo. Amos overcooks it. Phillips. Man, that's the energy of a Mike Phillips. I think he's all right. I think from my view, he should be okay. And there you go, the sportsmanship right there. And Ateneo LaSalle never fails to disappoint. Especially now, this year. Mike Phillips, 30 points, 24 rebounds. Just wanted to note that. 1 minute and 45. Chance for the blue crowd. Too strong from Kimani. It's LaSalle's time now. Let's see, can they tie it or go for the lead? KB using the mic screen. Baklaan attacking Espinosa. Baklaan, but Phillips there with the putback and the end one. 32 points and 25 boards for Mike Phillips. Take a look here one more time. Brought to you by Fireworks Circus Music Festival. 1 minute and 18 once again. Hole on the shoulders of Mike Phillips. Sakay lang, sabi niya. Arguably the best big man in the UAAP right now. Who do you have over Mike Phillips? I don't know. Momentary stoppage here. Not sure what the referees are waiting for. But it's 90 all. 1 minute and 18 remaining. Again, we would like to thank you all for watching the Asiabasket 2025, the College Campus Tour. For our sponsors for making this happen. As you see on your screens, both teams right now on the bench. All right, so Mike Phillips with a putback has a bonus free throw coming his way. A long-awaited game between the Archers and the Eagles. Week-long, this game has been on the calendars for a lot of people. They have seen what LaSalle can do. They have seen what Ateneo did in the past games, and Mike nails a crucial free throw. We got a timeout on the floor by Coach Tab with 1 minute and 18 remaining. The Blue Eagles, can they get a win in their home floor, or will LaSalle silence this crowd? We'll be back after this. A minute and 18 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Nico Rocha here with Flo Del Agua, your courtside reporter, bringing you this game live inside the Moro Lorenzo Sports Center. We are now in the deep waters. Ateneo, De La Salle. A rivalry that is timeless. Bahay, the feed to Lazaro. The presence of mind of Jared Bahay. Ateneo has hit back with an uppercut. How will La Salle respond? Let's take a look here one more time. Brought to you by Hoop Junkie. Great feed from Jay House to Lazaro in the dunker spot. Now let's see how La Salle will do here. Now they're down 92-91. 59.7 seconds. All right, it's game time here. Chance of defense. KB. Baklaan, mid-range. My goodness, he's a killer here. Kian Baklaan. He is hyped for this game. Bahay and Baklaan called for a foul. That is the second team foul for La Salle. This is where superstars shine. In moments like this, deep into the night, this is where they show up. Now I give the question back to Ateneo. Who's going to execute here? Ladi. Back to Ian. JC on him. 33 seconds. Espinosa double teamed. Bahay from downtown. Ladi with a putback, but Mike Phillips securing the much needed rebound. A second separates the game clock from the shot clock. Cortez picks up his dribble. Fouled by the Eagles. Crucial pack free throws here for Cortez. La Salle up by 1. Can he increase the lead and give them some cushion? Man, Mike Phillips, I keep looking at the stats here. 33 points and 26 rebounds. Monster evening. And when it's Jacob Cortez time, it's his time. Used to a lot of pressure-packed moments. Former NCAA champion, now in the UAAP. Nails with 2 crucial free throws, and La Salle is up by 3 with 7 seconds remaining. Official time 7.1. Let's see what Ateneo does. But I told you guys with La Salle, the experience will really bring them here. It doesn't matter. I remember the score being 88-80. Since then, it's been a 15-4 run. It started off with some threes from Mason, and then Baklaan. Mike Phillips followed suit, and then some heroic plays from Baklaan that we have seen back with the Bulldog days. With 7.1 remaining, are we gonna see an overtime? Or will it end here and leave majority of the crowd in tears? Anyway, let's see what happens. Mike Phillips on his last breath. All the work that he has done for the Green Archers. Will it be enough? Is it enough? Well, for Ateneo, there are no such things as moral victories. Nothing like that in Coach Tab's playbook. Home game or not, they are expected to win. That's the standard of a Coach Tab-led team. Here we go. 7 seconds. Espinosa gives it to Lazaro. Lazaro, 3 seconds to shoot. Espinosa, wide open three. It's off, and LaSalle goes home with the victory against the Ateneo Blue Eagles. Baclan and Cortez waving off the crowd, and this is the kind of competition you want in the Asiabasket. What a way to end this fourth and final quarter. Ateneo was leading for a majority of the game, 90%. But the experience of De La Salle just showed up. 15-4 run. That's how the last 3 minutes played out here inside Moro Lorenzo. Let's take a look here at some of the stats. Mike Phillips with 33, Cortez with 14, Baclan with 13, while Espinosa on the side of Ateneo with 17, 15 for Gamber, 14 for Ladi. Phillips with 26 rebounds. Pablo with 6, 4 with Macalalag, Ladi with 12, 9 for Adili, 8 for Lazaro. That was a crazy win by De La Salle. You would sense it was coming. 88-80. Hindi lang sila basta matatambakan dito. Knowing what we know about UAAP battles, knowing what we know about Ateneo and La Salle, this is the rivalry. This is how it is when it comes to those two squads. As we can see the crowd checking out of the venue, who are witnesses to such an amazing game. I'm sure you guys as well at home. Again, the learning experience continues for Ateneo, but gone are the days when they would be down or losing by 20, losing by 30. You could say that it was theirs to lose. But at the end of the day, Archers up for De La Salle. Arrows fly here inside the nest. We'll be giving this to Flo Del Agua as she'll be interviewing the best player of the game, Mike Phillips.
And that was a hard-fought win for the De La Salle Green Archers. And here beside me is our hoop junkie, best player of the game, back-to-back POG. And with a double-double performance, Mike, those crazy numbers, which I will tell later. But for now, I want to ask you, how challenging was this win for you guys?
Napakahirap po. I think, yung ano po, sa totoo lang, nakuha namin po yung strength kay God po. Sa akin naman po, I give all glory to God. This is what college basketball is about. I mean, napakaganda tong lalo na to. It's really like something I'll always remember. Being in Ateneo's home court. I know I'm from Green Side, but I want to give my props to Ateneo. It's like a UAP atmosphere, and I know it's just super fun for them to watch.
Mike, you told me earlier that getting this win today would be a respect to the culture of DLSU. What is your message to the De La Salle community who supported all the way from Taft to come here in Moro Lorenzo?
I know, I just really, you guys are the heart and soul of this team. I hear you guys yelling and screaming. I mean, if you guys don't know, it really, really helps us. I mean, we hear it, even if we don't get to acknowledge it, we really, really hear it. And kaya talaga yung puso namin. All the way here in Blue Country, you guys came out and support. And yung mga nanonood sa live, God bless you guys, and thank you for your support.
Thank you, Mike. Your final message to your family and friends who are supporting you from our live stream.
To my family, I miss you guys. I'm here. I shout out to you. This is for you guys. I give all glory to God. I mean, last thing I just want to say, I was just every time I go here at Ateneo, I was able to go into this amazing quiet space, this chapel right next to the gym. And it's just amazing. I sat there earlier and talked to God, and he really talked to me, and it's just a surreal feeling. So this is something I'll always remember, and we had a great time here.
Thank you, Mike. And since you are our best player, you get to put your signature right there in front of the camera to mark your performance today. So there, you can sign there. Yeah. And that is Mike Phillips from DLSU Green Archers with 33 points, 26 rebounds, and 14 out of 18 2-points made. Thank you so much. Back to you, Nico.
Thanks again, Flo, and what an incredible finish to this battle between the DLSU Green Archers up against Ateneo Blue Eagles. We were treated for an amazing game, to say the least, but this time the Archers leave the nest unscathed. We'll see you guys for the next games of the Asiabasket 2025 Campus College Tour. This is Nico Rocha and Flo Del Agua, your panel, and on behalf of all the people, hardworking men and women bringing this tournament. We'll see you guys next time. Good evening.